Nopo, and welcome back to Danganronpa with my good friend KrysInColor.
Hi!
And also Judge, Jury, and Executioner Benny. We are now in the third trial, trying to find the culprits behind the death of one Kiyotaka Ishimaru and one Hifumi Yamada. We started over on Krys's channel, so go watch his video first if you are unaware of what we were doing. But with all that being said, we're just gonna get into it. I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated.
You're telling us.
It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation.
Ooh.
And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
Contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them, no matter what. Yes! Debate time!
Let's do it!
Film file number 3.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
He definitely did.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
No, he didn't!
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
It's really not. Justice hammers were numbered, but were they really used in that order?
Or perhaps it was after?
No! That's not what I wanted to
We already
do.
know what order they were killed in.
Come on, Makoto, don't scare me like that. Makes me think something weird is going on. Something weird is going on. Murders!
Because of the numbering of the Justice
It's true that
Thank you.
Hifumi was killed with Justice.
Yep. Are you getting what you need to do here?
Yeah, I need to do the absorbing thingy.
Yep.
I don't know which one
We
to
already know
absorb.
what order they were
Try
killed
doing
in.
this one first.
Taka came last.
What makes
And
you say that?
then...
Because of the numbering of the
This one.
Justice Hammers.
Perfect.
Yay!
No,
I remembered a thing.
Yay! You learned left from right. Good job.
Yay!
Hold
I'm
on.
smart.
There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
That's a good point.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Well, like, one, Taka's wristwatch. The thing that I forgot that he even wore. It said it stopped at 6, which means he would have had to been killed at 6. Evidence that proves Taka was killed before Hifumi. Something that relates to what time he must have died.
Hangman's Gambit, baby!
Alright.
Hopefully we don't have a derogatory term to figure out this time.
I hope not. I'll shoot this one.
Pretty easy.
Yay!
Now I understand.
I understood.
You did great. You're doing great so far.
I've got it. Taka's wristwatch.
Don't fuck it up.
I'm gonna try
See? Look,
to fuck it up.
it broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer, because as of last night,
So you're not free yet. Hey, you! How long were you gonna keep us waiting? Partner?
Taka's irritated voice pierced the partner? Pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch.
It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all little boys and girls!
so if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would
Yeet.
be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
Yes, that was the point we were
And
trying to
before
make.
Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
Which doesn't
That
make it
simple
better.
fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Oh gee, you're contributing.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
Very
That
true.
may be true in the case of Taka's murder. But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Huh? What was that? Came from downstairs. Must have been Hifumi. Did the nurse solve us? Bad. Come on, we gotta go back.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body. That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
Sorry, I don't think that's it, buddy.
That ain't it, Chief.
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
He's honest.
Still making stuff up.
Her hair is very angry now.
Her hair's ready to kill someone.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room.
I like this
correct?
angle they have Celeste at.
Yeah, it's very powerful.
Very imposing.
And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing. Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
No, Toko was passed out. You were coming to play.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established,
Hifumi
he
is
was passed
fat.
out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
I'm surprised he didn't flat out say that, honestly.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway. In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies.
Well, someone had
On
to
the
have
other
done it.
hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
Why do you try to think for yourself, sir?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles.
Actually, no, don't, because that means I'll have to think more.
So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing.
I think he faked his death and then actually died later.
And according to what Celeste said,
We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time. It would seem so.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Leave him alone! God damn!
Okay, he's fat. We get it.
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible
Don't
possible?
sell us your fucking
What?
Ponzi scheme now.
How? If the dead body were to move itself.
Hey!
Look at you being alright.
The dead body moved on its own?
Zombies!
No!
I was gonna make a
Not
ghost
another-
joke.
Ghost!
Like so
It has
Scoop.
anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is, we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
He was
Yeah!
alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
That's exactly what we're saying, baby!
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
No.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That It isn't possible.
The idea that Hifumi was still alive. Is it really possible? So many dead students!
Yep.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
You're not offering
And
any
you know that
help.
how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
I think I'm gonna have to do the absorby thingy again.
Yep.
So, yay! Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered at almost exactly the same time.
Are you saying that when we first found
Hifumi and that there's a chance No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that how? Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
It has everything to say!
Shoot!
Oh man. Okay, so you let me tell you.
Like the one I'm thinking.
Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that
Is that
why
one
the
against-
announcement
Needs
was
to get
made.
shot.
Are we really so
Against?
sure? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Okay. Body discovery announcement was only made once. Hifumi's and Taka's body were discovered almost exactly at the same time.
Are you saying that when we
First found Hifumi, there's a chance No. Hifumi was dead.
I'm thinking
Without a doubt.
it's
And
this
you know
one,
that
but
surely you heard the body discovery. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
There you go.
yay!
No, that's wrong.
I didn't have to tell you that one. Very good.
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
The one thing I don't like is that you have to be so precise with it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like just comparing those two statements at all should be like, hey, something's fucky here. Not, oh, I have to be exactly precise with my argument.
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
Yay!
That's right. It wasn't
Not yay
long
for his
after
body being
finding his
found.
body that we heard the announcement.
Yay for me being smart. That's not usually a strong point.
So there's a good
doing
chance
great.
we've made a mistake in there somewhere.
I'm powered by rage.
I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if two bodies had been found, there really should have been two announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
Monokuma!
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Here goes Hero asking the hard questions.
Huh?
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means
Oh, it went off whenever we discovered them together in the repository!
even if we find the same body again later,
Yeah.
he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
Yes! Second body discovery announcement. First time it played was when we found each body in the nurse's office and the equipment room. And the second time was when both bodies were rediscovered.
Mm-hmm.
I got it!
Yeet!
We heard it a second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the two bodies.
Ding dong, ding dong!
A body has been discovered! After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin!
It's already begun!
The class trial will continue then.
It
Shit!
seemed weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
And in reality, when the two dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
Yeah!
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
No!
Not quite.
That is the worst logic I have ever heard.
Fuck you, but you're right.
But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
You're pointless.
Damn.
There has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. I have to find it and show it to everyone. Time for another debate. Hifumi's glasses.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
What are you doing?
But when you compare
I'm hitting
his
him
body
with my
before
cursor.
being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
Alright! First time!
Yay! I kind of want to listen to the other stuff, but I don't want to hear Celeste talk anymore.
Break!
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Yeah, nobody would kill a man with
Perhaps
glasses.
you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood.
Mm-hmm.
And then they clean.
But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
The ones I found in the trash can in the nurse's office was...
That cleaning
Yeet.
cloth!
I got it!
A pretty pudgy
It was
princess!
a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot.
Anime mascot.
And as we all know, he was a fucking weeb.
One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things
Oh, you're
clear.
right. He was a fucking weeb.
This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean.
I feel smart.
And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
Technically, it was Celeste's. He gave it to her.
The character was
It was originally
Princess
Hifumi's.
Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
Yeah, but
I
still.
highly doubt
I'm just being
anyone
technical
but
at this point.
Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
Hey!
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
I just use a shirt.
Then there's
I just
no
lick it dry with
question
my tongue!
It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
Oh, bless you. You're trying so hard, hero.
Don't worry. Don't worry, hero. I'll save
What
you.
I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
Do you really think anyone else is gonna go through Hifumi's shit to grab that?
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
And it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
Quit talking about his weight!
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead.
Like, can I tell you how obvious his corpse is?
What was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
Did it come from his morbidly obese corpse? Like,
God.
be nice
The
to
fridge in the
Hifumi.
nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere. But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
So, okay, let's do it.
Taka was dead for sure, so there's no way he moved himself.
Shoot!
You didn't even say
You
it!
didn't say it out loud, though.
What did you just get?
I want to see Sakura. I don't know. Oh,
You're saying it was me? No, that can't be right.
Shoot!
ah, damn. Okay, nothing happens. All right, let's start conserving our health and getting right answers.
I got it! It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside, which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository.
Why did none of us check for a pulse? That's something I genuinely want to know. This woman is so obsessed with corpses, and she didn't bother to check for a fucking pulse?
She didn't see Hifumi's body when he fake died the first time in the nurse's office.
Why did no one think to check for a pulse then? We've
Because
been around her.
no one in this game can function without Kyoko. Rightfully so. Kyoko is the best. Did you forget that part?
A little bit,
So,
but still.
Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
Oh no. Hifumi killed Taka, didn't he?
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
And you mourned over him!
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
Please?
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
Do you remember?
Yep. The thing that Hifumi stole from Taka, could it be? Eh.
He stole Celeste!
Yeet!
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
Please someone call us out for this.
What? In his pants?
Everyone wears pants, guys! Shit!
She doesn't.
Well, okay.
And technically neither does Hina. She wears shorts.
They're pants!
Neither does she!
His pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
I will not forget about the pants. Most of these people do not even wear pants. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. I feel I can't find out, so don't tell anyone for now. Let me in the equipment room, 6 a.m. Blah, blah, blah.
Who are you
That's the note I was telling
voicing?
you about. The one that
I
told
don't
me where to
fucking
go.
know.
What? Okay.
I'm voicing one of my dead ships because Hifumi's dead, and that means Toko and Hifumi can't be a thing now.
Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other
No,
words,
you just
the
said.
killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been...
Please click it. Please. Hifumi's pants, baby!
His pants? Are you saying his pants are alive? Are pants people? Are there pants people? Hina, even if there are, I'm sure they're not here in this school. Wait, what am I saying? I need to calm down.
Shoot!
That was worth it. That
It
one was
was.
worth it.
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person, and that person could only have been...
Taka.
I got it!
Yep.
That's right! Taka! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection!
It's wrong visual novel.
I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Happy! Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right? Ugh! Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
I do love these nicknames she gave him.
Yeah. Man, Genocide Jack is seriously scary, but still.
She's funny, though.
I can't let her get to me. Alrighty. Another non-stop debate. Oh god.
Alright, we got more than what we bargained for.
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Happy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Yes, it does, bitch.
It's only the most widely used app of the 2020s.
No, there absolutely is a connection.
Please, Makoto, please slip up and accidentally refer to Taka as TikTok. I need happiness right now.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that
he didn't
using his
say it.
wristwatch.
And he was totally wearing the
Look
entire
where the
time.
note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
How funny would it have been if she would have slipped up and said TikTok?
Which is where TikTok was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Thank you.
And someone used that note to trick Taka.
No, it's
Just the same as
TikTok.
me.
It's true. Very nice.
The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
Why does it sound like he has cotton balls in his mouth?
But if they gave the
Probably
note
does.
to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
He's the murderer.
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Don't remind us.
Most likely, Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead. Show
Do you have
us.
any proof, fucking Byakuya? Shit!
Yeah, the burden of proof is supposed to lay on you. You're the one making accusations. You're the one that's supposed to fucking prove and shit. Whatever.
Yep.
Yeet.
I got it!
They were scrapping.
When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper.
Kyoko's like, ahem, I found it.
Shut up, Kyoko. You made me hold his hand.
Isn't that what you wanted the entire time?
If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is...
Not his dead hand.
I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
They're the same thing.
Yup. They're from the same piece of paper.
That is correct.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
Yep.
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
I don't think he's an accomplice. I think he is the murderer.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure.
You don't...
In fact,
We've been talking about this for like 10 minutes, Hero.
he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive!
Monokuma would have dragged him here if that were the case.
Yeah.
Sorry, no.
I have nothing else to... I can't...
When we found him in the repository,
never mind.
Hifumi was truly and completely dead.
Next to a giant, fat lard of a man.
Did you just call Taka a fat lard of a man?
Oh, I thought they were talking about Taka being dead. Whoops! Add that out. Or don't. I don't care.
You're gonna give Taka body issues.
The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then,
Even if Death
who
Taka's a
killed
bottom.
Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together. Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Hey, that's not nice.
Yeah, the walrus is dead.
Also, she looks more like a walrus with a big ass fucking tongue.
Who are you calling a walrus?
Good job.
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
The fact that you've all been
And
accusing
what
me.
might that be?
Yeah.
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Come on, don't be mean to him. He finally had a good thought.
Yeah, he did a good.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
You just don't want to help.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then,
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
The clean hammer.
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
Hero, shut the fuck up.
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
Let me at it. Let me at it. Pictures surrounding this case won't become clear until we figure that out. Now I have to find the truth.
Let's do it through debating. Hooray!
Thoughtless hammer.
Where is everyone?
Oh God, where?
What
Guys?
was used
oh,
to
thank
kill
God.
Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
5?
Whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info.
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers. And, that's about it.
Well, I mean, you were on a roll then.
So, the thought I had that started making me crack up is when Sakura started saying Justice Hammer 3, Justice Hammer 4, I was thinking, like, what if all those pegs that show that there's still text left, what if those were all just gradually increasing the number? 6, 7, 8, 9. Just for the entire
And then that's
thing.
it?
Yeah.
There's nothing to refute, it's just Sakura just talking about hammers.
But, like, the thing I thought was that it would have been the first one, and then the rest of them were just her rambling on and on.
Uh-huh.
Oh. If the weapons used to kill both of them were actually similar.
What was used to kill? Was it just maybe justice?
Well, there's one. How was the culprit? How did nobody witness? Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 minutes. Check out murdergear.com/hammer.
That made me crack up
One thing
laughing.
seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice.
No!
Remember?
No!
Ah!
I didn't realize I was holding down.
That's about it.
How do I get rid of it?
I think you could just.
What was used to
scroll through.
kill Hifumi?
Yeah.
Was
Shoot.
it Justice
There you go.
Hammer 3?
Maybe justice.
Well, there's one.
I don't know why I held it
I
down.
think you just had to shoot it into the
Sounds
blue.
like a Justice Hammer. Check out murdergear.com.
Well, what the murder weapon had to be one of the
There you
Justice.
go.
Shut up, hero.
Wow. You've been all this time defending him, and you just like, shut up.
That's me defending him.
The murder weapon wasn't a Justice Hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
Like that's the thing. To defend hero, you have to tell him to shut the fuck up.
But seriously, a different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris.
Makoto, chill out in the side there.
Yeah.
Calm down with the coffee.
But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
Which, let's be honest, had to be
If
Hifumi.
that's true,
Yeah,
that would
'cause he's a fucking
explain
weeb.
the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
And whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder.
But what if he was simping?
So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
I think we just established in the last trial that if someone cares about someone a lot, they're gonna let them get away with murder. This was an entire fucking deal. We did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first, but...
Alright.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
There were two moves.
Can we really say there's no chance two people work together on this?
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more
I'm
than
trying to think
one
of which
person
one I
is
need to
complicit
hit
in
with
the
what.
murder, only the one who
you have any
actually
idea?
carried out the act, assuming the rule holds true. It is
Well, there's only
simply
two things.
impossible
Yeah.
that two people work
But
together
the thing
on
is that I don't want
That
to
is
mess up the
how the rule
health
was
any
explained
worse
to
than
us.
But that only
possible,
really
'cause this has had a lot of
applies if
funny-
there's one murder. In this case, however, there were two murders.
So you got that. So check this out, guys. It is coming up to the end of the episode. We're gonna go shoot that bullet next time.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Next episode will be over on KrysInColor's channel, so please go subscribe to him to make sure that you don't miss the next episode, and subscribe to me while you're here to make sure that you don't miss any of the episodes. With all that being said, we are going to go shoot this truth bullet into the next episode, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Quickly, put a bullet! Pew!